I've only been prospecting here for 2 hours, and this is one of the best pans I've got so far. I haven't even revealed all of this yet. This is just the Yabby pump off the bottom. That's the biggest bit I've got out here. Oh my God, that's a good bit. Damn, dude. There's got to be more of that out here, surely. Let's see how much more came out with it. Oh, it's a good pan. Holy crap. This is my hole just in this area. It's fractured bedrock, it's breaking up, and it's been the perfect gold trap for what looks like a very long time. All right, I can't resist. We're gonna do a pan together, just one. Whilst my Yabby pump tries to get away from the bucket of Bruce, I just Yabby pumped the bottom of the hole that I got that nugget from. And all of that came out of it. Potato pans are so accurate. I never expected to be fully in love with something that's been around for thousands of years and basically hasn't changed. But here I am. This thing is amazing. Even if there's just a couple of extra flakes in here, I'll be real happy. The bottom of my hole down there looks pretty good, pretty clean. So I'm not expecting to see nearly as much gold this time as we saw in the last pan, but you never know. Oh, no. Oh, damn. Oh, this spot has not been worked. This has just not been worked in years. Look at all that. Look at all of that. Damn. That's the second Yabby pump. So normally the first one's the best. This is going to be a good day. I've been here for about 3 hours, give or take. Not constantly working, a lot of looking. All of my good pans are coming out with gold just like that. Bloody brilliant, beautiful size bits. Plenty of them, good spec count. I think we're going to get a decent weight today. This trench is getting richer up this end. We just got to move some rocks out of the way so that I can access it with me big giant oversized spoon. Away with ye! That's what we're after. Fractured bedrock. That's where your gold absolutely is hiding. Pretty much every creek ever. Oh, look how good that looks. That's super exciting. This property hasn't been worked by modern prospectors. The last people who were doing proper prospecting on this creek were back in the gold rush in the early 1900s. And I'm the first boy here with my own little spoon and a wooden pan. Gonna need more dirt than that. Shoveling one-handed is difficult. It requires forearm muscles, which sometimes I have. Oh, look at that. I ain't gonna lie, it's gonna be a long time before you guys see full-length videos from this spot. I usually film videos now, and before I release them, I make sure that the spot is completely finished. Because just yesterday I released a high banking video where I pulled over 4 grams of gold out, and there's someone in that spot today. There's literally someone in that spot today. Less than 24 hours later. Now we have time lag between doing this and releasing videos, but I wanted to show you that nugget because, oh my God, this is good gold. This is really good gold. It's funny, I noticed that I'm much more proficient with a potato pan using my left hand than I am using my right hand. And I can also see gold the easiest on the wood compared to any other colored gold pan that I've ever used. So I'm really curious to try like a brown plastic pan just to see the contrast. I reckon it would be good. I can see some gold. Not every pan's been brilliant. Yeah, only a few little nanos. They've still got shape, but they're not as big and certainly not as many. But you can't win them all. I mean, that's pay streaks for you. I've been doing testing around here and I'm getting gold all the way through it, but the best run was definitely just right through that crevice there. And then I got really good gold up until here. There's a decent pan in there, and then now it's a little bit sporadic, so maybe it's running out. That's prospecting. That's what happens. And if I was willing to show you the surrounds at the moment, which I'm not, you would understand that I have a lot more choices to go. So this won't be the end of it by any means. Same exact spot, just Yabby pumping. And Yabby pumping always does it, always. You can't get all the gold off the bedrock with a shovel, and it's just because the gold sinks to the lowest point and you shovel absolutely cannot access those low points, whereas your Yabby pump certainly can. I'm hesitant to film a Yabby pump, but we're gonna do it. There is absolutely a modern gold rush on at the moment. When I first started prospecting full time, I was making $40 a gram for gold. $40 a gram. The work I had to put in to get a gram for 40 bucks, it wasn't worth it. It was a hobby, right? And so it's come to the point where this crevice is going to be more productive for me to just simply work as opposed to making a video on it. It used to be the case that if I made a video on it, I would make more money off the video than I would the gold. Now, the gold makes me more money than my video almost every time. A big part of me making videos though is that I get the opportunity to share the knowledge that I've gained over the years. It's been taught to me by some very generous people and stuff I've learned and come up with on my own. If you can come to the creek on a weekend, dig up an extra 300 bucks, that can make a massive difference to some people's lives. And I don't suggest going out there and quitting your day job to be a gold prospector, but it does make for good pocket money. Speaking of which, if you would like to support the channel, you can do so simply by checking out theoldmoldy.com.au, where you can buy literally this gold, as well as pay dirt and gemstones and various other things. And over on Patreon, I'm going to be doing a special thing in the very near future where I'm going to come out and prospect for a patron. I'm literally going to choose a random patron through a random draw, come out to a creek like this and spend a whole day prospecting for them, and then ship them all the gold and black sand and gemstones. I'm not making it that easy. They can separate all that. I reckon this is going to be a good one because we've got metal in there. See that little piece of wire and that little piece of gold behind it? That is a great sign that it's going to be a good pan. All right, shh, you ready? Oh, what the? Oh my God, that's a big bit. Oh, I got that on film. Hey, that's a 22. They're rare, them. Well, they're not rare, really. They're probably one of the most common bullets next to shotgun pellets, but normally you don't get them in your pan. But look at the size of that bit. There's a good flake. There's a great flake. Oh, this day's going to add up real well. Oh my God. This is easily one of the best pans of the day. Look at that. What a pan. What a pan. I mean, I feel like I'm competing with Dan Hurd getting gold like that. That's what we're talking about. Yabby pump's telling the story. I got back in there, broke up some bedrock, started panning it off. And you know, at the start of the day, I thought, yeah, geez, that little nuggety bit, that's really cool. That's probably all I'll get to show today. But every time I do a pan from a slightly new area, look. What the actual flippin' heck? This is ridiculous. Oh, the pans get better. They get better. Without a shadow of a doubt in my mind, a spot here that gives me maybe half an ounce in a day. No worries at all if I'm getting pans like this easily. You can see it from up here. Right before I run back to the car. That's what the inside of my bucket looks like. Bruce, you dirty boy. I will absolutely show you how much gold I get at the end of the day. Unfortunately, there is a storm a-brewing. So I'm going to take this home and clean it up and see how much I got for my little tiny session. It should be good. That brings us to our bucket of cons, and this, my pancake pan. If I found one use for these pans above all else, it's doing cleanups. I can already see gold. Right there. Look at that. Whoa, that's a bloody big garnet, isn't it? Huh. I've already got a number of trips planned back there. We're going to be doing some first-person videos to do the exploration side of things, and hopefully maybe even taking the rock and box of river sleuths down there. But for now, this is looking really good. That's what I can see in my pan so far. That is a tasty day out on the creek. Almost all of this gold, the cons, and everything else is going to be going into my 1 gram pay dirt. So you can also pick up these pancake pans from my website, yourmoldy.com.au. For now, we're just going to do the rough clean down and see how much gold I managed to get on my prospecting trip. I reckon it's going to be pretty good. For this pan down part, all I do is I tilt the pan slightly forward and make tight little circles. I got heaps of garnets. Oh my god. So many garnets in there. And the gold is looking pretty ridiculous. Kind of hard to argue with that. That is a good take for a little play in the creek. Gold, garnets, shotgun pellets, bullets, everything you could possibly want. People will ask the question too about loss in these pans. So this is our central ring. You can see a high concentration of gold in that central ring. The first ring out, we start seeing just a little bit. There's a tiny small amount of gold in that next ring. Try and reveal it a little bit better. There we go. And then as we go to the next ring, get even less, and eventually nothing in those outer rings. So the way this works is that the gold is shunted up the ramp. It falls into this riffle. It physically can't go forward anymore, so it has to move back. So it constantly gets pushed back towards the center. Very difficult to lose gold out of these. So with that all said and done, and Fern managing to have a nice nap in the sun on the concrete, this is what I managed to collect for a couple of hours of exploration on the creek. That is a brilliant take of gold, and I'm going to bet we're going to have some fantastic days out there. I can't wait to actually show you the area properly. But for now, it's a good first look, and I'm glad I turned the camera on, because getting something like this on film is not overly common of an occurrence on my channel. Look at how chunky that gold is, and there's a lot of it.